What up, bro? What up?
What's up, dude?
What are we doing today, man?
We're going, it's the 4th of July. It's Independence Day.
Well, happy 4th of July.
Well, it's like, thank you, man. To you as well. We're going to do an intervention, but it's like these people called us. They've been fans of Reckless since day one or before, and there's a guy that maybe needs help, and he's kind of on the fence about it, and they want us to go talk with him and hopefully get him into treatment, so that's what we're doing. So basically, we've been called in on our much-needed, God-given day of rest, but that's okay.
It's never ending, and that's okay too.
That's right. The addicted need help, but we'll see what happens, man. Like, we're gonna go over here, and all we can do is give him the opportunity. Like, I can't make him go to treatment, but I can tell him there's options out there for him, and he doesn't have to stay in addiction unless he wants to. So
now, let me ask you this: with your experience of doing this 1,000 times, what is your prediction on how this is gonna pan out?
like the odds, most of your odds are it doesn't work, but that's okay, because the ones that, I mean, like 1 in 100 actually wants help for their addiction. But it's like, man, and there are a little better odds than that, but like the one makes it all worth it. So hopefully this kid is the one. If not, then when he is ready to get help, he's going to know exactly where to go to get it, you know? So
right.
That's all we have to do is lay the information out there. We don't try to manipulate the outcome. Like, we're just here to tell him, hey, if you want help for your addiction, you want to stop this nonsense, we can help you do that. So yeah, see what happens.
Right. Yeah, hopefully this pans out good, man.
Yeah, you have to pull it up on your GPS stuff, because I don't know where we're freaking going.
All right. So we just finished up with that. Tell me what's going on, bro.
I mean, I think some part of him wants help. Like, there's something there. I mean, he definitely doesn't want to be the same tomorrow that he is today, but he's not ready or willing to let go of it. Like, that's a scary step for, you know, that. Like, for the addicted, like that. I think that's pretty much the scariest step for them, and their mind never gets past that. And so one of the things that Reckless does is, like, I mean, we're brutally honest about what's happening. I don't know if I'll have another chance to talk to him. I don't know if he'll OD. You mean, God forbid. I don't know if the cops will arrest him, and, you know, and he goes to prison for however many years or whatever. Happens a lot to the people that we talk with. So we just want to lay it all out there for him and be like as honest and like forthcoming as we can, but at the same time compassionately tell him, plead with him, hey man, you need treatment. You can do this. It's not near as scary as it sounds. What's scary is waking up, you know, 7 years from now and your life is the exact same. That would be scary, that you're stuck in this perpetual cycle of death and nonsense. He's just not ready. He's not willing to embrace where he is and jump to where he needs to be. That one step is too much for him at the moment. So the only thing that we can take away from that is that now when he wants help, he knows where he can get it. He knows that, hey man, these guys are real. Like, all we do is call them and they show up. Like, they're actually that crazy. Reckless, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But he hated our name. Did you? I mean, he was like...
Yeah, he was offended by the name. Yeah. He goes, when I read that name, it made me feel bad.
That's what he said, yeah.
But I had to explain to him, like, there's a lot to that. It's not just some random play on words.
Right.
My favorite part was he's like, what idiot named that? Who came up with that name?
He did. I was like, oh, that's me. Yeah, I did.
I about died laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, this sandwich is crap. Who made this sandwich? I did.
It's crazy too, because it's like, in those situations, they call us because they know that our lives represent something that they want, freedom. We're no longer shackled to these addictions. And I mean, you and I, Vinny, especially, we're such notorious dirtbags in this town and in this community, especially I would say in the county of Mays. I think, like America, yeah. We were such notorious dirtbags that people look at us and they're like, man, if they could get free, like, if they did it, like, this has to be real. And yet we're sitting there in front of him, because he called us because he wants help and he knows that we're the guys to get it. But then he's just like, in his addiction, gonna criticize everything about us, like, and make fun of the way I named
walking
Reckless.
In circles around it.
Right? Yeah, it's like, it's always humbling.
I would get help from y'all, but your name is offensive.
Yeah, and that you can always tell when the conversation goes there, like when it turns from, okay, I want help, to, I don't actually need your help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell it when it turned that quick, and you're like,
it becomes more of a thanks for listening type thing, like.
Yeah, and then he's like, when I need a counselor, I'm going to call you. I was like, dude, I'm a terrible counselor. You don't want to do that.
No.
But I will save your life if given the opportunity, so call me on that one for sure. Like, but counselor, no, man. Like, that's funny.
You can't even decide what to wear in the morning.
Exactly.
I wish we could have brought you guys along, but this guy was just not ready for that.
Very paranoid, which that's methamphetamine. That's what it does.
Yeah.
So he was already pretty.
So if you can, try to give him a playback, kind of like a what happened. We showed up, what happened.
Yeah, we showed up, pulled up to the house or whatever, and some friends of ours and some friends of his that kind of reached out to him, and he said, yeah, I'd love to talk with him. I actually do need help. Once we started talking with him, we just laid it out there for him. Hey, man, it's not just drug treatment. We're going to offer you a future. The people that we help, they go through these treatment centers for a year. When they graduate, they got a few $1,000s saved up for them. They have a job making $15, $16 an hour right out of the gate. Health insurance, benefits, a 401k. It's a future. I mean, and a lot of that's no matter how many felonies you have. If we can get you accepted to the program, you're in. Like, it doesn't matter. And it's not a work camp. You work 40 hours a week, you know? So it's anyway, we're explaining this to him. But unfortunately, man, as we're explaining it, part of this culture and drugs is they go after easy money and they don't actually want to work. So part of that is they're thinking about the lifestyle they're going to have to give up, which is, I think, you know, he probably got up at like noon today,
Yeah.
you know, and smoked some meth.
Hit the bong.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it is like in slavery, but you think you're free. So he's thinking, well, man, I'd have to go to treatment and give up my amazing lifestyle. I'm free. I can do whatever I want. It's like, no, you can't. You're shackled to a pipe. Like, you can't. I mean, you even heard him, Vinny. He made the statement at one point in this intervention, or whatever you want to call it. He made the statement that he can't really do anything until he smokes meth.
Right. He's like, I'm just not right.
So, I mean, you're not motivated. He said, I'm so lazy without it. And it's like, man, so best case scenario, you don't get arrested for being on meth and you don't die from overdosing. That's your best case scenario, is that you just have to smoke meth for the rest of your life. And I mean, he even admitted that it was eating his brain alive, and then he hates being on it. And every time he gets an ounce of sobriety, like, he just wants to hold on to it. And he'll look at what we do and he's like, yeah, but I don't have to do, I mean, I'm free, I get to do what I want. So you do what the pipe tells you to do, man. You're not free. Like, the drug has got you. And so that's the biggest thing with this generation or this culture, is getting them to understand, man, it's slavery cloaked as freedom. You know, and then Reckless shows up and all we do is try to say, look, I'm never gonna lie to you, man. It's not freedom in spite or without a sacrifice. It's freedom through sacrifice. Like, it's gonna cost you, but in the end, it's gonna be totally worth it. Do you want this opportunity or not? And unfortunately, he's not ready. He's not to the point yet where he is. So we're just hoping and praying that soon he will be, and we get another phone call to go pick him up and get him into treatment. Sadly, we hope we don't get the phone call that he's died, or that he's been arrested and he's going to prison for however long because the meth made him do something evil, you know? So it's tough to do this job because you want it for them more than they want it, but I can't help someone that doesn't want help or that doesn't see an issue with their...
You lead the horse to water.
But you can't make it stop smoking meth. Like, that's the end of that.
Everyone knows that horses are the worst to get off meth.
It's like, man, it's heartbreaking.
What's going on tonight, man? I know it's 4th of July and there's something going on.
We're on our way. Yeah, we're on our way to a block party in Salina. They want us there in the community to answer questions. We're gonna set up a tent. They're gonna sell some of our merchandise, which is awesome because all that goes, the sales of that go to helping get addicts into treatment. But mostly it's just a chance for Reckless to insert themselves into a community where people, you know, a lot of people will maybe not call us and ask us for advice, but if we're standing there, they may come up, and we get a lot of the, a guy I know, my friend has a real bad drug problem, you know, and it's like, oh yeah, I had a friend like that too at one time. He almost killed me. Yeah. So it's, you know what I mean? Like, we get a lot of that. And so that's mainly what we're doing, is we're going to set up this block party in town in Salina, which is cool. I mean, it's a really neat chance to just get out in the community and be a part of, you know, all the great stuff.
Yeah, and the face-to-face time is, like you said, priceless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hopefully people continue to, when we go to communities and set up, it's like whenever we travel a lot and we'll go speak somewhere, they come out of the woodwork. I mean, like, you've seen them. Like, initially we were like,
people that never go to church show up.
Yeah, and we were like, okay, well, we'll spend like an hour or two after a service or whatever, a speaking engagement, where we will talk to anyone who wants to talk to us. You guys can come up and ask us questions about addiction. If you want us to help your nephew, grandson, son, dad, whatever, we will talk to you about it. We'll tell you how to do that. And that 1 hour, 2 hours quickly turned into like all day, because people are like, it's
lined
crazy.
Up.
They are. They're driving from 2 hours away when they hear that we're in town. And the first thing they always ask is it really true? Will you help the addicted, like, at no cost?
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's the more we do that, now we're active in 38 states or whatever it is. The more we do that, our reputation, I guess, or the legend of Reckless grows a little bit more, or people now not near as many people.
We met them. They're real.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's the. I mean, this guy called they called on him last night, and we weren't even really in the state, really. I mean, we weren't in a position to even. So as soon as we got here today, you know, we'd go talk with him, and like, we're ready, like, to just go handle whatever needs handled. You know, like,
it's the power of reckless.
all that matters is getting that. If that person struggling with addiction wants help, it's getting him that help. You know, you don't have to make it any more complicated than that. It's just, yeah. So anyway, that was today. Yeah, it's just a day in the life of reckless. Like, it's super. I think, yeah, it's pretty much this way all the time, you know, because you've been with us, and now this media crew that's making these videos, which we did because people kept, man, you should video your stuff. You should, like, we want to be a part of that, and I'd always want people to be a part of it, but I can't carry around a camera with me and videotape what I'm doing. Like, that's weird. That's very awkward. And so now that you and Brock and, you know, the rest of the team have kind of shouldered that, it's a neat
possible
thing. It is, and you guys are about to, like, hold on. This is day 3.
Yes, day 3, guys.
You're about to see, like, the serious madness that is reckless. I mean, it's going to get crazy quick.
I guarantee you guys, when we have an opportunity to film one of these guys, you know, through this whole process, it's going to tear you up. You guys are going to not believe, like, how real this whole epidemic is, and how bad these guys want help, but they're afraid to commit.
Yeah, because we'll never exploit. That's what we said from the very beginning, or what I've said. I will never exploit the addicted. Never. I mean, I'm just not doing that. I'm not going to put people on camera. I'm not going to say, like, you have to do this. But if someone wants to be a part of what we're doing and you come across the addicted that tell their stories freely, and it's like, dude, we'll throw them on camera all day long. If they want to do that and let the world see exactly who Reckless is, and plus you get an intimate, unique look at our crew and what makes Reckless, and it's guys like Vinny. I mean, you're a product of Reckless. Like, you were rescued by the Saints, and then you know, came back. And Dustin, the new guy, he's a product of Reckless. Logan, product of Reckless. Jason. I mean, they're all. It's like Brock. The guys that we hire are not just guys that struggle with addiction. They're guys that, like, Reckless is, like, invested in them, and now they want to give back to what Reckless is doing and help more people. Here comes Logan now, driving up
with his American and Rebel flag. It's a 2-sided. That's epic. That's awesome.
You can take the boy out of Tennessee, but you can't take the Tennessee out of the boy. You know?
That's right.
That's it.
You got to sign out for us. Tell them to subscribe and like, and have a good day.
What was I supposed to say?
Yeah, just tell them, like, hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And click the button.
With the thumbs up, yeah. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. That's what you always say. That's what I was trying to figure out. Hit the like button on your way out, and we'll see you tonight. It's cool that we're here. We love being in our hometown. We don't get to be here often enough. But no, it's real simple. If you never heard of us, we get the addicted into treatment at no cost to them or their family, right? I mean, that's pretty simple. We do it to the tune of about 4,000, 5,000 people so far since our inception, and about 200 a month right now, men and women. And one of the ways we do that is selling apparel. So they've got t-shirts for sale over there. But we've got a ton of guys over there that would love to talk to you if you have questions. I'm gonna let Dustin talk to you guys for a minute. Tell him how you met Reckless, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin, yeah. I'm Dustin. I called Jordan Parker from the crisis unit in Muskogee a year ago. I went to a treatment center and got help for my addiction. You know, life is good today. I went through a year program in Jay, Oklahoma. You know, life handed me some seeds I had to learn how to deal with. You know, it's getting better. That's my son, Dakota. His mom let him come out with me to spend the day with me today. And you know, that's a miracle in itself.
Thank you, Dustin.
There you go.
Woo!
Dustin's a real life example of the Reckless Saints of Nowhere. That's why we keep him close to us. And then my man Jason's over there. He's from, you want to say something, Jason, from Maine?
My name's Jason Holman. I'm from Maine. I moved out here almost 3 months ago now to work with Jordan. Him and I went through a program together back in 2014. Spent about 9 months together. Became very close. So he offered me a position recently. And when you go through stuff like that, you kind of have a passion for anybody else going through it too. So we're here to help everybody out. I help Logan Holman with a work crew. We go out, cut down trees, mow lawns, do whatever we got to do to raise funds for the organization. So just look us up, and if this rain holds off, we can show you guys some t-shirts too. Go check them out. Thanks.
Oh yeah, the Reckless Work Crew, the Reckless Workforce. If you guys need work done, lawn mowing, tree trimming, trash pickup, we exist like vultures, baby. Whatever no one else will do, we will gladly do. Well, some things we won't, but give us a call, 918-864-2719. We not only get the addicted placed into treatment, we transport them, we'll get them a bus ticket, There's rarely a month goes by we don't spend about $5 on bus tickets. So, yeah, if you know someone who's struggling with addiction.
All right, guys, let's hear it one more time for Jordan Blake Parker and the Reckless Saints of Nowhere here tonight. Jacob and Delbert.
There you go, jump. Jump, jump, jump. That's his gig, he jumps, that's his thing.
His ankle or his neck?
I heard a rumor.
You look like you're dancing.
How do we know?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I have been told by the chamber that we are...